Fox News alert, 10 people killed in what authorities are calling a racially motivated attack in a New York State supermarket. The 18-year-old suspect now facing first-degree murder charges after police say he traveled hours to the store in a predominantly black neighborhood and live-streamed the rampage online. Former acting DHS Secretary Chad Wolf is here to react. Chad, thank you for being with us. We'd love to get your perspective on this as the investigation moves forward this morning. A ton of evidence to sift through, and I would imagine federal investigators beginning to become involved as well.
Well, I think that's right. I think what's important here is we're in the early stages of this incident and the investigation. So I think it's important to let law enforcement do their job. I think it's only natural for people to either jump to conclusions or really try to understand the motivations behind this. But there's going to be a lot of evidence at the scene. There's going to be a lot of evidence online and other places. We need to let police, law enforcement do their job, and I think we'll have some answers pretty soon.
All right, I want to move to the border, Chad, with you as well. So there's an internal Customs and Border Protection document. It's from late last year, and it apparently warned that significant safety implications of ending Title 42, the public health order, would ensue if that were repealed. It also noted, by the way, that criminal organizations control huge parts of Central America, something that we obviously know. What does this tell us? I mean, the takeaway seems to be obvious that the Biden administration knows the risk it's running here in repealing Title 42.
Well, they've known the risk that they're running for the past 15 months when they just are failing to do their job and bringing some enforcement and some deterrent into the system. So the report you mentioned, but I can tell you Border Patrol agents and officers have talked to DHS leadership, the political leadership at the department, dozens and dozens of times and warning them about the steps that they are taking. They warned them back in January of 2021, saying that if you tear down, if you stop building the wall, if you tear down Remain in Mexico and some of these other measures, you're going to have a surge in a crisis like you've never seen before. And it's all coming true because these are the men and women, the Border Patrol agents and officers that are down there doing that job every day. So I've written about it. I've talked about it where political leadership is ignoring their recommendations and fulfilling an agenda that is more political than it is protecting Americans each and every day. And so absolutely bringing down Title 42, it's the last tool in the tool belt. If you're a Border Patrol agent or officer, it's the only thing left that allows you to do your job, because the Biden administration has taken away everything else. So absolutely, they are worried about this.
You know, I want to follow up on this idea that it's political. So let me see if I'm reading you right. Title 42, which is there as a COVID restriction, a COVID protection mechanism, on its surface, on its face, the time has passed. I mean, in other words, for COVID safety implications, it's literally the only thing used to enforce our border. So when you say political, if the Biden administration continues to enforce Title 42, in essence, I guess that's an admission, hey, we need to do something to enforce the border, right? I mean, I think we focus too much on Title 42. It's a papered over enforcement mechanism that should be being done anyway.
Well, you're absolutely right. And I think you see a number of Democrats, anywhere from a dozen or more, that are saying don't take down Title 42. And I think their major concern is not from a public health perspective. Right. Their major concern is it's the only thing left keeping the border under control, any resemblance of control. And I would say it's not control, but really from having it breaking wide open. And I would say, and I would agree with you, look, Title 42 has always been temporary. But what the Biden administration should do, and they'll tell you that since March of last year, or sometime thereof, they've been planning for Title 42 to be removed. What they actually should have been doing is putting other measures and other policies and other procedures in place so that when Title 42 is taken down, there's other enforcement mechanisms, there's other deterrents into the system that deters this illegal behavior that we're seeing. Right. Up to 221,000 in the month of March alone. It's crazy. These numbers are absolutely ridiculous, but it's because there is no deterrent in the system. The Biden administration has taken it all the way, and the last deterrent right now is Title 42.
Yeah, absolutely, Chad. Yeah, it's almost like let's make Title 42 separate from COVID, independent of COVID, and a true enforcement mechanism for our border as it remains in place. Okay, Chad, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Pete, over to you.